Hello guys, how's it going? Staten here.
Are you gonna forget about me?
Hey, where'd you come
Sorry,
from?
Nathan, I was working on my PhD. Oh, what do we have here?
Yes, it's a brand new roller vacuum.
That looks a lot like the Ecovacs, but
Oh
cooler.
yeah, it kind of does look like the Ecovacs.
Well, what are you waiting for? Let's get this show on the road.
Yes, hold on, Sparkles. I have to kind of talk about this guy. Oh, PrettyCare. It's called the R1 Max.
I don't think people want to see the box. Let's just go and check out. Ooh, pretty pictures. Oh, I see. I can take selfies of myself with the camera.
Live video feed system. Docking station looks pretty nice. Has a 400 milliliter dustbin. It has a 230 milliliter water tank. Now, one question I have is it auto refilling?
Take a look, Nathan. There's actually a carpet sensor.
Since it has these dual rotating mopping pads, it will actively avoid carpets, and then you can remove the mopping pads if you want to vacuum the carpets.
Hey, watch the face, jerk. Ow, my squishy face.
This side, pretty cool. And it should just stop right here. Yep, pretty nice. About the same size as the competitors. Actually, this looks actually pretty large. Yeah. And it goes up top here. So I see the spray nozzles right here to wash the mopping pads. This is the self-emptying port right down there. And we got our charging contacts. Our power cable. Nice cleaning brush. And a little switchblade doodad. Got our clean tool. Here's a look at the filter here. Pretty cool. Looks like there's a single side brush here. It's not two side brushes. Packaging. You know, I would highly recommend it if you guys read them. It's straightforward. Just toss that out there. Take a look, guys. This is actually a pretty nice looking robot here. It says PrettyCare. Looks like we have a power button right there, our return to home, our LiDAR sensor, and it is clickable, so lower hanging furniture doesn't bump its head. Open up the top here. There's that dustbin. This is a 400 milliliter dustbin, and we can actually open up this top to access our filter right here, and it just comes right off like that. Pretty cool. And this side right here is where it self-empties. And there's actually a QR code down there as well. So one thing I do recommend is remove these little bumper protectors. This is just for shipment. So now the robot has its bumper. Looks like we got our charging contacts. And there's an auto refill port right here. So let's take a look at that. So here's our, what did I say, 250 or 210 milliliter water tank. So it does look a little larger than the competition. And you actually refill from here. But it does look like it can refill on this side as well. This robot does have a front-facing camera, and it does have some sensors on the side for obstacle avoidance. We'll definitely check that out in this video. Here's underneath the robot. We got our dual counter-rotating mopping pads. A lot of people like this. Also, we have our adjustable drive wheels. They're kind of suspended so they can go over threshold, small children, unicorns, you name it. Let's check out the extractor bar here. There you go. Take a look there. This is combination. You got bristles, a silicone, and yes, the ends can get removed, so it makes it a little bit easier to clean those pesky hair and stuff. A wheel caster, a couple clip sensors, and we got our 3-arm side brush. Open this up. Alright, we have our magical unicorn storage. Actually, this is where our dust bag goes. Actually just comes right off of here like this. So this component right here, slide it back in. We have our fresh water tank. It's actually pretty large. Right there. Pretty cool. And it has a little max water level. And this is just a foam protector to get rid of that. Here's our dirty water tank. And then this is cool. There's some actual physical buttons right here. So it looks like we can return to home. We can clean the mopping pads, play pause, and also dry the mopping pad. Really cool. I like that there's buttons on the dock. And there's some instructions right here. So, and a QR code to download the app. So very cool. Well, let's go and get this guy charged up, set up, and I'll show you how well the PrettyCare R1 Max Hula vacuum does. Are you ready, Sparkles? Yep. Alright, let's go and just bust this guy out.
Start area cleaning. Laser head initialization failed. Network configuration successfully. Relocating. Please wait. Relocating. Please wait. Relocation successful.
Okay, so I wanted to showcase that just to show you how I had some issues right off the gate. Maybe it was just my model, not sure, but I felt like I should just show you. It was kind of finicky with the mapping process, like it had some issues with relocation. But once it got going, it was fine. Now, I did speak with the company about adding some additional features, especially with like the app features. It's kind of sparse, but overall, the hardware is pretty nice. And if PrettyCare can update the navigation, add some additional app features, I think this would be a pretty good roll-up vacuum. Now, a lot of these roll-up vacuums I tested are designed for larger homes, but just with my testing with this roll-up vacuum, I felt it's best if it's in a more open floor plan. It didn't do so well with like obstacles, kind of struggled with it, which I'll show in a second here. But as you can see, it does pretty good with the Cheerios, was able to pick up a majority of them. And that side brush didn't scatter the Cheerios too much, so I've been pretty happy with the cleaning performance. Okay, so here's another example where the robot kind of got lost, even though it was like within a couple feet of the docking station. Now, you may say, well, the dock is kind of close to some obstacles, leave some space on either side. I've been testing a lot of roll-up vacuums on this channel, and I don't think this should be an issue, especially when all the other manufacturers don't have issues with having obstacles up to the dock. But eventually, the roll-up vacuum did make its way back to the docking station, but as you can see how the software really does need some refinement before it's released to the public. Okay, so let's kind of showcase on a positive note how much it picked up. It did actually a pretty good job with the Cheerios. I have tested other models which they struggled with, but you can see it was able to pick up Cheerios without any issues. Okay, so after a couple weeks, they pushed several updates to improve the navigation, and it's night and day. Thankfully, the company listened. So here's an example of the software. One thing they could improve on is add a little icon for area cleaning. Don't put everything under the one icon. It's a little confusing for the user. But once you get to that section, you can do a area cleaning, you can do a room cleaning, which is pretty straightforward. You can also tell it how many times you want it to clean, which is nice. Now, one thing is you can actually select if you want to mop, vacuum, or mop and vacuum simultaneously. You can select the water flow. So there's a lot of settings you can do within the app. A nice feature is the video where you can actually watch the robot clean and have a live video feed. So for example, you're in an area where it's kind of troublesome, you can see where the robot vacuum's getting stuck, so you can create like a no-go zone or something.
Relocating. Please wait.
It takes a minute for the robot to relocate itself. It does this every time, but once it establishes a relocation point, it works without any issues.
Relocation successful.
Well, the competition is pretty fierce. You got the Roblox, you got Ecovacs, you got Dreametech. They're all really good models. So does PrettyCare stand a chance? Well, if they can price their roll-up vacuum very competitively, maybe undermine the competition around $600, I think they have a pretty strong chance in the market. Keep in mind, if they overprice this roll-up vacuum, I think the competitors will beat them out in terms of features and performance. But overall, right out the gate, since it's their first vacuum that can self-empty, wash the mopping pad, autofill the water tank, they're off to a good start, and they should continue pushing updates, adding compelling features. Notice that little flashlight LED light? That's pretty cool. So the vacuum can see in complete darkness, and you can see the footage.
Quiet mode. Standard mode. Strong mode. Hurricane.
Okay, so for day-to-day cleaning, the vacuum does okay. Not the best navigation. You can see it's a little wonky in some areas, but eventually it does reach all the areas. And it does reliably go back to its docking station without any issues.
In charging. Dustbin removed.
Alright, so I'll give you my final thoughts. I think I can't quite recommend this vacuum just yet unless they update the software just a little bit more to improve better navigation. You can see how it navigates with those obstacles. But if they can price this vacuum around $600 when they launch it, I think it might be a good option for someone with a smaller or more open floor plan. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Adios.